Hi, my name is Jonas, this is Sublime Media, and on this channel I talk about records and record-related stuff. Today I'm going to talk about jazz. It's not often nowadays that I talk about jazz, but I got a box set that I want to chip in and get my sort of 2 cents out there to the people about. So obviously this is Pharoah by Pharoahs, box set that was put out by Luaka Bop. Luaka Bop, I think that's how you pronounce it. The record from 1977 is really hard to get. You have to have pretty deep pockets to get an original press nowadays, and it's never been reissued in modern time, at least on vinyl. Not officially anyway. So when this gets the sort of almost audiophile-esque treatment cut by Chris Bellman, I had to check this out, and I'm really glad I did. The box set has got some pretty bad rep. People think that it's very amateurishly compiled. I completely disagree. I think that this is a fantastic representation of the record, but that's just my opinion. When you open the box up, you get a lot of sort of knickknacks like a stub, a newspaper clip from 1977, a small sort of pamphlet or something like that with, I think it's like 10 photographs of Sanders, a photo collage of sorts. I think that this is the strips, the film strips or the photo strips. Note sheets of Harvest Time, a nice photograph of Pharoah. And this was really neat. This is a reproduction of a poster from Montmartre in Denmark, the jazz venue that was and still is, I think, but I never went there. And I live just like 1.5 hours from Copenhagen, so yeah, I'm stupid, I know. And maybe one of the more exciting stuff in the box set is a really nice looking big booklet filled with information. Like every page is something. No, but the making of Pharoah, and then on the next one you have an interview with Pharoah from 2022, just before he passed, I guess. My God, what's going on here? Barbara Sanders was born in Cincinnati, so you have a little bit of a bio from about her. Yeah, and it goes on and on. Really good, nice looking, nicely compiled box, I have to say. But obviously the main things here are the records that is included. You have the Pharoah in a gatefold sleeve, and you also have Pharoah Sanders Harvest Time Live 1977. So why don't we start with this one? I just listened to it, so I've only listened to it all the way through once, but I have to say, like, I was blown away by the audio quality. Like, it was, the music is one thing, it's fantastic. But I thought that this would be a live sort of take that is more interesting than good sounding. I was completely wrong. This sounds great. Every single instrument is exactly where you want it to be. A lot of detail. You hear the audience in the background. It's just like sitting in there in 1977. I think that this was recorded in Holland, but I might be wrong here. Jazz Middelheim, August 77 by Vren Velmse Radio and Televisie. I don't think that is Danish, so I don't think that it has anything to do with the Montmartre that you have on the repro poster. And what the band is doing here is on 2 sides Harvest Time Live. So you have, and I'm reading here, these 2 previously unreleased live performances of Pharoah Sanders' masterpiece, Harvest Time, that quietly stunning piece from 1977 seminal record Pharoah, are nothing like the original. They're also nothing like each other. So you have like 2 interpretations of the song on one side each. Cut by Chris Bellman. He is one of my favorite mastering engineers right now living. I think that Kevin Gray is even better, but Chris Bellman, I think, for me, is on 2nd place. Pressed at Palace in Germany, if I did my research correct, and you have like a little bit of a photo on this. This in itself is almost worth the admission. It reminds me a little bit of, because the sort of the composition and the result of Pharoah in 1977 reminds me a lot of I Love Supreme. The feel, the instrumentation, the sort of the spiritualness and curiosity of exploring jazz without losing the spirituality. And when we got now just last year or whenever it was, the found live take of I Love Supreme that was put out on Impulse. This reminds me a lot of that. That record got a lot of attention, and rightfully so, but the audio quality was so-so. In this case, you have the entire package. You have a fantastic performance, and you have a great audio quality. So moving on to the main man here, the record. They choose the brown. I think it looks a little bit bluish in this light, but yeah, the original artwork was in blue and brown. I forgot to say that the box set is embossed on the front. I don't know if you can see this in the light, but it stands out, the branches stands out. So it's a very tactile sort of experience. And when it comes to the live set, this is a very plastic sort of feel to the cover, while this is much more almost eggshell-like, very matte. You get a very sort of down-to-earth feel to it. I don't think that the original came as a gatefold. I have no idea. I've never heard the original press. And the backside, I think, is almost a reproduction. Like sound-wise, this sounds terrific. Again, Chris Bellman did a fantastic job on this one. And when you read the booklet, I mean, they recorded with India Navigation. They recorded in a pretty big venue, like a studio in a big sort of concrete apartment or whatever. I don't think that they had the absolute best sort of studio to record a very good sounding record. But this proves everything wrong in that case. Great detail on the saxophone, and the piano is really standing out here. I feel that the drums is a little bit in the back, but the drums is not the main man here. And the same goes with the bass. The guitar in the beginning is searching for something, and then the saxophone kicks in without ever sort of failing to be a spiritual record. I read a review online that gave this 5 out of 5, and I was super sort of skeptical on that. Some of the releases, when it comes to this, is just like you feel that people are exaggerating because we have been waiting so long for a okay reissue of a rarity like this. But I have to agree, this is a 5 out of 5 in my book. It's the perfect sort of tribute to not only the record Pharoah, but also Pharoah Sander that passed away before this was released. But he always had, if I read correctly, he had his eye on the entire sort of reissue and the project from start before he passed. So yeah, I hope you got a little bit of an understanding of what you could expect when you get this. It's not expensive. I mean, there's only 2 discs, but you get so much stuff in here, and an entire box set. I don't know what it goes for today when you watch this, but and I haven't read anywhere that it's limited. I mean, they won't press it forever, but I don't feel I don't see that it's a sort of limited press of only 500 or something like that. I agree with the paper. It's 5 out of 5, and this is highly recommended. Get it. So yeah, that was all for today. Thank you so much for watching, and please leave me comments if you have bought this or you have the original press. And yeah, let's talk about Sanders for a while. Have a great day, everyone.